If you had to defend yourself in your home from an intruder and you were successful in that intruder is no longer alive, how would you feel? Would you rejoice, or would you feel as Mr. Brent Smith of Indianapolis, Indiana feels? Let me show you.
He smacked me in the head with the gun and told me I knew what it was. And then I'm like, I yelled out. I said, hey! I didn't even know he was right there, man. I didn't know I shot him, man.
Smith says a group of people then got in a car and sped away.
That don't make no sense, man. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that.
As usual, if time runs out on Instagram or Facebook, please go to my YouTube channel, The Carolina Diamond. Link is in the bio. Mr. Smith is very upset because this man broke into his home, but also there were people outside waiting. He was able to take away the intruder's pow pow. And he unalived the intruder with his own pow pow. And y'all know I can't say the words. I have to use unalive. I have to use pow pow, please. All right, y'all. I'm going to show you the face of the victim. Damon Swaggin Jr., 22 years old. Prayers out to him and his family. And I frequently get messages that's just telling me I'm too sympathetic with victims. I'm not. These victims are human beings and they made a mistake. And I see in the research that I don't always show how hard their family is hurting. And frequently families comment or inbox me on these stories. I would never want them to have to scroll and see someone that passed away and I'm just talking. That's just how I do it, y'all. If you don't like it, block me. Damon's mom, I did see her Facebook post, is talking about how bad it is to have to bury her child. She's hurting, okay? One of Damon's friends is just mourning his loss. You know, they were birthday twins, okay? Day ones. And now his friend can barely sleep, begging him to come back. I'm sending prayers out to Damon's friends and Damon's family. I'm also sending prayers out to Mr. Smith, who says that he's going to move from the neighborhood that he's been in for over 22 years. His soul is hurting. I'm praying for him so hard. Let's talk about the Stand Your Ground law. Indiana has that law, and it's because they had that law that Mr. Smith was taken in for questioning but was released. There are no charges pending. Now, this is attorney Guy Rufford. Let me tell you what he said as far as how the Stand Your Ground law works. That in Indiana, people have a right to defend their home. You are justified in using reasonable force that includes deadly force if you believe that it's necessary to prevent or terminate an unlawful attack or entry into your dwelling. You also have no obligation to retreat or run away first, which makes it a stand the ground law. Also, Indiana does not require proof that anyone was scared for their life or anyone else's life in their property. Only proof that someone was trying to gain entry or harm them to commit a crime. Or harm them or commit a crime. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts on this story. Let me know how you would feel if you actually had to do what Mr. Smith had to do. Again, prayers out to all parties.